Hello student, today we will learn next topic about water pollution. Student, in class 7, you learn that water is a precious resource. Think and list the various activities in which we need water. So we add bathing, cleaning, for drinking and etc. We show that water is becoming scarce due to increase in population, industries and agricultural activities. You have also studied how water becomes dirty after we use it for washing clothes, bathing, etc. So it means when we wash clothes, whenever we bath, so many detergent chemicals are added in water, and that's why water become dirty. This means that we add some materials in water and they spoil its quality and change its smell and color. So student, whenever harmful substances such as sewage, toxic chemicals, slates, etc. get mixed with water, the water becomes polluted. So, the substances that pollute water are called water pollutants. So, we know that student, when we wash clothes, when we bath, when we clean our intestines, so at that time we use some chemical detergent. So that's why water become dirty, and this substance which are pollute water is called water pollutants. Next student, here is the table. You can see that activity 18.5, try to collect samples of water from a tap, pond, river, well and lake. Pour each into separate glass containers. Compare these for smell, acidity and color, and complete the following table. So student, to collect all these samples and also smell them, check their acidity and also check their color and fill this table. Now next topic, how does water get polluted? So for that student, here is one portion related to our Ganga river. So we know that student, Ganga is one of the most famous rivers of India. It sustains most of the northern, central and eastern Indian population. Millions of people depend on it for their daily needs and livelihood. However, recently a study by the Worldwide Fund for Nature (WWF) found that Ganga is one of the 10 most endangered rivers in the world. So we know that student, the meaning of endangered, it means the species or any part, any natural part are in dangerous. So it means our Ganga river is one of the most endangered animal and which is in 10th place. The population levels have been rising for many years. We have reached this stage because the towns and cities through which the rivers flows through large quantities of garbage, untreated sewage, dead bodies and many other harmful things directly into the river. So, student, directly or indirectly, we means people are responsible to dirty for water. In fact, the river is dead at many places where the population level are so high that aquatic life cannot survive. So even student, we know that at some places means at that places population level is so rising that some natural part like rivers, mountains are also not here. It means it's a dead. So aquatic life also cannot survive without river. An ambitious plan to save the river called the Ganga Action Plan was launched in 1985. And what is the aim of this plan? So, aim to reduce the pollution level in the river. However, the increasing population and industrialization have already damaged this might river beyond repair. Let us take a specific example to understand the situation. The Ganga at Kanpur in Uttar Pradesh has one of the most polluted stretches of the river. So student, here you can see that this stretches of the Ganga river at the Kanpur. It means in a state of Uttar Pradesh. Also, people of UPs can be seen bathing, washing clothes. All the activities are done in the river. They also threw garbage, flowers, idols of gods and goddesses, and non-biodegradable polythene bags into the river. So, student, the people of Kanpur at UP through some garbage, waste, gods and goddess waste, non-biodegradable polythene into the river. So at Kanpur, the amount of water is comparatively small and the flow of river is very slow because of the pollution. So Kanpur has more than 5,000 industries, and these include fertilizers, detergent, leather and paint industries. So this industrial unit discharge toxic chemical waste into the river. So student, at Kanpur, most of area are covered with industries. It means this area has a more than 5,000 industries, and in which some industries related to paint, fertilizers, detergent, leather. It means all the factories are release some chemical waste, toxic chemical waste, and they also throw directly in the river, and that's why at Kanpur water flow is very slow. Based on the above information, think of the answer to the following question. So, see, student, here is some question. What are the factors responsible for population of the village? Sorry, pollution of the river. What step can be taken to restore the river Ganga to its past glory? How would the disposal of garbage, etc., affect the living organism in the river? So, student, we know that answer of all these questions is related to us, related to our activity. Many industries discharge harmful chemicals into river and streams, causing the pollution of water. So here you can see that in this picture, industrial wastes are discharged into the river, and that's why some aquatic animal also not live. They could die because of this type of waste. So examples are oil refineries, paper factories, textile and sugar mills, and chemical factories. And these industries cause chemical contamination of water. The chemical released include arsenic, lead and fluorides, which lead to toxicity in plants and animals. Student, these two chemicals release some toxic substance in plants and animals, and there are regulation to prevent this. Industries are supposed to treat the waste produced before discharging it into water, but quite often rules are not followed. The soil is also affected by impure water. causing change in acidity, growth of worms, etc. So student, try to minimize the pollution of water, pollution of river, and that's why we save our nature, we save the aquatic animals, birds, etc. We have learned in chapter 1 the importance of pesticides and weedicides for the protection of crops. However, all these chemicals dissolve in water and washed into water bodies from the field, and they also seep into the ground to pollute groundwater. We know that student in chapter 1 we use some pesticides, some weedicides to minimize the growth of insects and maximize the growth of crop, but they are goes inside the groundwater and also pollute groundwater. Have you seen ponds which look green from a distance because they have a lot of algae growing in them? And this is caused by excessive quantities of chemicals which get washed from the fields. These act as a nutrients for algae to flourish. Once these algae dies, they serve as a food for decomposer like bacteria. A lot of oxygen in the water body gets used up, and this result in a decreases in the oxygen level which may kill aquatic organism. So students, sometimes we use some chemical to remove algae from the water bodies, but at that time dead algae is a food for aquatic animal, but also the chemical is harmful for aquatic animal, and also it pollute water and decrease the oxygen level in water. Next activity 18.6, you had investigated the sewage disposal system of your locality in class 7. Do you remember how the sewage was collected from your home and where it went transfer? So student, if you cannot observe this system, so observe this system at your home, at your society. Sometimes untreated sewage is thrown directly into river and it contains food waste, detergents, microorganisms, etc. So can groundwater get polluted by sewage? How? Water contaminated with sewage may contain bacteria, virus, fungi, and parasites which cause disease like cholera, typhoid, and jaundice. The bacteria present in the feces of mammals are indicator of the quality of water. So if water has this bacteria, it means that is has been contaminated by fecal matter. If such water is used by us, it can cause various infections. So student, we know that sewage system is I think all the places in underground, but also we know that student, sewage water, it means dirty water, and they contain some bacteria, some microorganisms, some insects, and they all are spread some disease like cholera, typhoid, malaria, and also they decrease the quality of water, and through this bacteria we have a disease. So that's why this type of water is also a polluted water. Next topic, what is potable water and how is water purified? So for that student, here is one activity. Let us construct a water filter with simple everyday materials. Take a plastic bottle and cut it into two halves at the center. Use the upper half as a funnel by putting it upside down in the lower half. Make layers in it with a paper napkin or a fine cloth followed by cotton, sand, and then gravel. Now pour dirty water through the filter and observe the filtered water. It means this water is also purified. So discuss the following question through this activity with yourself or with your friends. Now Buzo is very upset. He tells Paheli that he drank water which looked clear and was without any smell, but still he fell sick. So, what is the reason for illness? Paheli examined that water which looks clean may still have disease carrying microorganisms and dissolved impurities. So, it is essential to purify water before drinking. So, we know that students sometimes water is very clear, it has no smell, it has no any color, but we know that student in this some dissolved impurities also include. So that's why this water is not fit for directly drinking. For example, by boiling we can purify this water. Water which is suitable for drinking is called potable water. You have seen how various physical and chemical processes in the sewage treatment plants help to clean water before discharging it into water bodies. Similarly, municipal bodies treat the water before supplying it to household. So let us see how water can be made safe for drinking. So first step is you have already seen how water is filtered, and this is a physical method of removing impurities. A popular household filter is a candle type filter. Second things, many households use boiling as a method for obtaining safe drinking. Water boiling kills the germs present in the water. Some home chlorination is commonly used a chemical method for purifying water, and it is done by adding chlorine tablet or bleaching powder to the water. We must be cautioned, we should not use more chlorine tablet than specified because it also a chemical treatment. Now next, what can be done? And for this, an activity 18.8, investigate the level of awareness about water pollution in your area. Collect data on the source of drinking water and the methods of sewage disposal. What are the common waterborne disease in common community? You can consult your local doctor, health worker for this. And which are the governmental and non-governmental organization working in this field? What are the measures being taken by them for generating awareness? So student also study about this topic. Now, laws for industrial units should be strictly implemented so that polluted water is not disposed of directly into rivers and lakes. So, in some state, in some cities, this rule is followed strictly. Water treatment plants should be installed in all industrial areas. At our industrial level, we should consequently save water and not waste. So student, here is reduce, reuse and recycle should be our mantra. It means reduce pollution, reuse water and recycle of some waste. Think of our daily routine. How can you save water? So for that student, we can think of creative ideas like reusing water used for washing and for other household takes. For example, water used for washing vegetables may be used to water plant in the garden. Pollution is no longer a distance phenomena. It is affecting the quality of our daily life. Unless we all realize our responsibility and start using environment friendly processes, and the very survival of our planet is in dangerous. So student, remember our some responsibilities of us and try to minimize the pollution on the earth. Thank you.